What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy C Boogie back with another episode of Boogie-Ball. I had a video recorded before and it got blocked. So this is our first official episode of Boogie-Ball. I wish I can show highlights, but I'm gonna get blocked again. So I don't want that to happen. So we're gonna kind of tweak it a little bit. So if you're new, welcome to the Loudmouth Legion of Boogie. We live on Kick and Twitch every single day. Links are in the description. Like, comment, sub on the like and comment on the videos, sub on the channel. I would really appreciate it. If you're new to Boogie-Ball, it's supposed to be highlights, reactions, thoughts from your boy. Just to be very clear here, I am not a Chiefs fan. I am a Jets fan. Grandpa Boogie was a devout Mahomie. So, you know, since he's now no longer with us physically, I am carrying the mantle of that, of being a Mahomie. He had a Ravens hat, so he had, you know, Lamar and Pat, so he was always watching them. So that's why I got the patch on it, with the Super Bowl patch. Because the Super Bowl, yeah, we were doing that in stream. It's fine. I just kind of want to talk about the game a little bit. I felt like that was a must. I feel like that was a must. The Kansas City Chiefs have gone back to back. I'm gonna say it one more time. They went back to back. Shout out to Drake. Please don't make jokes in the comments, please, for the love of God. We're gonna go through the team stats. I'll kind of give my thought on the game. And we'll go from there. So off rip, first downs 23-24, so pretty even out for both teams. Passing first downs 15 apiece, which is crazy. The Chiefs have more rushing first downs. First downs from penalties. Yeah, no, the Chiefs kind of shot themselves in the foot a couple times. Third down efficiency, 9 for 19 for Kansas City, 3 for 12. And both teams were 1 for 1 on fourth down late in the game, too, when they needed it. Kansas City had 8 more plays than San Francisco all game. Total yardage, 455 to 382. 13 drives total. Very similar yards per play. Kind of crazy. Passing 325 to San Francisco's 272. Wow. 24-39, 34-46. Very similar yards per pass. Sacks and yards lost. Yeah, Kansas City. Yeah, no. Shout out to the Niners defensive line, bro. They were pressuring Mahomes like a mama. That's a you got, if you guys know what I'm talking about, drop a comment. Rushing 130 to 110. 31 rush attempts for San Francisco and 30 for Kansas City, and 3.5 to 4.3. Red zone, 1 of 2, 2 of 6, which is crazy. Penalties, 6 for 40 and 6 for 55. 2 turnovers apiece. Oh man, if you guys would see these turnovers, good God. Whew, okay. Let's go to the main men. The quarterbacks. Mahomes 34 for 46 on 333, 2 touchdowns and an interception. 75.8 QBR, and then 99.3. Purdy threw 255 on 23 to 38, 1 TD, 69.8 QBR, and then 89.3. And shout out to Juwan. I'll be honest, Mr. Jennings over here, Double J, would have been my MVP pick if the Niners would have won the Super Bowl. I'm just going to put that out there. Just want to put that out there. For rushing, McCaffrey, he's another candidate. He played his ass off. This dude right here was gassed. So you got to give it up to him. Pacheco, timely first downs when they needed him to get certain chunks of yardage. Mahomes, a couple of these carries for big gains were in that fourth to overtime. It was insane. Where is he? I need to talk. Shout out to my boy Harmon, the Jets legend. Game-winning TD. Rashee Rice didn't do much rushing, but overall, look at this. Receiving 8 for 80. and 22 for 80 for McCaffrey. Like, he can do no wrong. Uh, Ayuk had a good game. Debo was hurt at times. Kyle had some pretty big. Those 2 receptions were pretty big plays. I believe was it in the. It was in the fourth. It was in the fourth. It was in the fourth where I believe it was in the fourth in overtime. Again, a lot of the action happened around that time. Trav went 9 for 93. Um, again, second half. Any big? Who else? Oh, MVS. He scored a touchdown. That was big. We'll get to that part. Uh, the fumbles. Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. We'll talk about it. The fumbles. McCaffrey fumbles in the first quarter. Then Mr. Junior over here, uh, fumbles what in the third? Was it in the third quarter? Let me go play by play. I'm gonna go to the third here. Let's see. Was it the third quarter? Interception, punt. Where is it? I believe it was in the third. When did Casey score? Yeah, it was in the. Yeah, it was in the third. It was in the third. I don't know why it says end of second quarter. Like, dude, at least like okay, never mind. Okay. Yeah, it was the third quarter punt. It hits off the 49ers, one of the linemen, it just hits the back of his leg. And instead of the dude just jumping on it, that ball just ricochets everywhere. And Mahomes is like pretty much at the goal line, damn near, just floats it up to MVS. He goes crazy. And that was a big thing. The fourth quarter, the Niners had scored a touchdown. And the kick, the point after gets blocked. So now it's only a 3-point game. Kansas City hits a couple of good field goals, ties up the game with like 3 seconds left. They did. Rashee Rice was open. If you know Madden, I remember the Texas route. He was running a Texas route, and Mahomes had him, but he was going to Travis. So it game could have been over in regulation, but you go to overtime. San Francisco kicks a field goal. Chris Jones with the biggest play of the game stops him on third. They're in shores like 3rd and 4. They kicked the field goal, and then Mahomes has a legacy drive of unbelievable, 4th and 1, a little read option, gets a big chunk of yardage, then a few plays later gets right through the middle of the D line. Everything just kind of opens up and freaking parts like the Red Sea, and he gets major yardage, puts them in the red zone. And that's all she really wrote. It was a really ugly game. From first to third quarter, it was ugly. Even with this 13-10, it was really ugly. I was so lost. A lot of people were very confused. It was interesting. Mahomes throwing a pick in the third quarter. You'd think that they would have capitalized. San Francisco didn't capitalize it. They didn't capitalize on it at all whatsoever. So it was just like it was just wasted opportunities. San Francisco did a good job keeping the defense out there. The defense got tired, but so did McCaffrey in the overtime because they were just having handoff. Here you go, McCaffrey here. McCaffrey, where are you? Here, McCaffrey here. He got a little gassed. Shout out to the kickers, Moody and Butker. Literally, Moody had the all-time record for longest field goal in a Super Bowl, and then Butker said, "Step aside." From 55 to 57. 4 for 4, 1 for 1 extra points, 3 for 3, 1 to 2 with the block. Honestly, punting too. Wisnowski and Townsend, both of them, Tommy and Mitch. Honestly, the kicking, special teams, kicking, punting, phenomenal job. Phenomenal. Pat McAfee was smiling ear to ear over that. It was just it didn't get interesting until that fourth and that overtime because there were legacy drives involved, and yeah, it was just one of those things, and it is what it is. You can't do much about that. guys wanted to make plays. They made plays. You left it up to the special teams and the kickers. They did their jobs, and it was up to the quarterbacks to go and make a play. And that's it. Let's go home. And I think he took over that last drive in overtime, and he said, "I'm here to win this." So the refs weren't bad, except there was this one play call. There was not play call. There was this one flag they threw, and it was on Mahomes, intentional grounding. He was outside the pocket, damn near in the sideline. There was someone in the vicinity of where he threw the ball, and they called it intentional grounding. I don't agree, because I know the rule, but the refs were actually really good. So if you guys would be like, "Oh, it's scripted," at the end of the day, the refs really didn't play a part in the Super Bowl. They didn't really play a part in the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's just, listen, I just wanted to make that known. Shout out to the defense. Like I said, shout out to the defense. The San Francisco defense pressured Mahomes like crazy. Look at this 93-53, 3 and like, look at this. Like, quarterback hits 7. Shout out to the Kansas City defense for 11 quarterback hits. It's crazy. Like, this defensive tandem of San Francisco really played a part in kind of keeping the offense at bay until they couldn't. And the Kansas City defense bailed out Mahomes at times when he made mistakes or he couldn't convert on third down, or just little mental things here and there, drop passes, a couple of holding calls here and there. But all in all, the refs didn't do much dictating in this game. This was all on Mahomes, Purdy, and the rest of them. You can never rule out the Chiefs. It's the first time since the Patriots, I believe, that a team has gone back to back with the amount of adversity that this team had all year. No one expected them to even be in this position, considering their record wasn't looking as great. People were even saying they'd probably lose the division at one point too. So they fought through adversity and they ended up getting the win. And for San Francisco, team's going to be good for years, and it's their NFC to lose. And I'll continue to say that. It is their NFC to lose until someone takes it from them. And that's pretty much the end of it, man. I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts, some stats, kind of go through. That first quarter was just a punt off. And then San Francisco scores off of a playground play that took too long to develop, could have been picked off. McCaffrey takes it to the rack. He just said, "I'm out of here, peace." And then Kansas City touchdown had to do with the fumble off of the punt. And then fourth quarter was just score a touchdown, kick a field goal, missed that point after. 2 field goals top the game. Field goal. People were saying that the Niners should have deferred, forced Mahomes to go down and score. But they said, let's score first. And then the Chiefs go, and legacy drive completed. So with that being said, man, I must bid y'all adieu. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great, great week. And there's not much else to say except you gotta fight for your right to party. No Taylor Swift reference, though. Unless y'all want bad blood. I'm sorry. I'm going to go now. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on when you're watching. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace. Grandpa Boogie, that was for you, though. Mahomie went crazy. Let me know if you're a Mahomie. I'll see y'all.